Well, the city of Johannesburg's executive mayor, Dada Morero, is expected to deliver the State of the City address today under the theme, the Joburg we all want. For more now on this, we cross live to our reporter, Mbalenhle Mthethwa. Good afternoon, Mbalenhle. What are we hoping to hear from the State of the City address today?
Well, Juliet, what I can tell you is that service delivery and also reclaiming the streets of Johannesburg is going to be top of the agenda when the mayor speaks and delivers that much-awaited State of the City address. You will know that the president visited the city in March, and we know that because he was unhappy with the state of affairs in the city of Johannesburg, especially ahead of the G20 meetings set to be held later this year, he then announced the establishment of a presidential working group where they would then be able to put together a plan to give the city a facelift. But the Democratic Alliance says that the parties that are at the helm in the city of Johannesburg are ill-equipped to be able to implement whatever plan will come out of that presidential working group, and have demanded a seat in that working group, and saying that because they hold the second largest number of seats or wards in the city of Johannesburg, they too should be included. Well, in fact, they are demanding a seat, and this came out of an event that they held yesterday, which was meant to outline what they termed is the true state of the city. I'm joined by the mayor's spokesperson, Chris Vondo, who is going to give us at least an idea as to what we can expect, but also respond to what the Democratic Alliance. Do you feel that you are equipped to be able to give the city a facelift and prepare the city for that much anticipated G20 meeting?
Good day, Mbalenhle, and good day to the viewers of the SABC. The City of Johannesburg leadership under the Mayor Morero is very solid. This leadership understands what thought leadership is. This leadership has actually defined the strategic priorities from the mayoral lekgotla of last year and identified 5 key priorities. But at the helm of these priorities is that the mayor is going to lead the high impact service delivery, is going to prioritize infrastructure, is going to ensure that the financial sustainability priority is elevated in this regard, including inner city rejuvenation or reclaiming of the inner city. And of course there are other areas around the digital economy. And you'll know that, Mbalenhle, that the executive mayor is the one who reached out to the president for support in Johannesburg, given the fact that Joburg is a very important economic hub in the country and in the continent. It contributes 5% to the GDP of the African continent. It contributes 38% to the GDP of our province in the country. And of course, it's a very important economic hub. It's a municipality that really can really comprehend with the challenges that the current mayor is contending with, and he has acknowledged the challenges that the Joburg is facing with the issues of financial sustainability and stability. He has been open about those issues, has been frank about those issues. He has engaged all and sundry, all the stakeholders of this city about being frank and called on everyone to play a role.
I'm going to allow you to continue, but the biggest issue, the traffic lights that are not working, the city of Johannesburg, walking in the inner city, it's scary for anyone even driving in the streets of Johannesburg, rubble on the streets, refuse collection. Those are all some of the issues that South Africans have to grapple with in the inner city. What are your thoughts on that, and how do you address that?
The executive mayor has been working very hard with the administration. The first thing they've done was to enter the inner city from the 19th of February for the whole month. And I'm sure you can see, I've heard many analysts and journalists saying that there's a turnaround in the inner city because of the intervention the executive mayor has made through this administration. But of course, there's been problems around street lights, traffic lights, of course, compounded by the rains. There's no period where in Gauteng we have experienced the high intensity of the rains between the period of November and January this year. And of course, our capacity has been elevated now. We have engaged with our provincial counterparts. There's been a signing of the SLAs, and you can see there's a difference now in terms of the traffic lights. At the center of the problems of the traffic lights is the stealing and the vandalism of the infrastructure that we have. But I'm sure you can see signs of change in respect of the traffic lights and the street lights. There's a program that City Power is running, and these are basics that the mayor has said must be resolved. And our team are indeed attending to those issues.
Okay, thank you so much. There you have it. That is the mayor's spokesperson, Chris Vondo, speaking to us ahead of that State of the City address. You heard him speaking about some of the initiatives that have been put in place, but we will have to, you know what they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We will have to wait and see if these initiatives are yielding the necessary results that ordinary South Africans can also see on the ground. It's back to you in studio.
Thanks very much to our reporter in Johannesburg, Mbalenhle Mthethwa, covering the Executive Mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero's State of the City address today.